speech because I can't think properly right now. So I just wanted to say thank you all for coming this evening. You all looked stunning. Mum, I see you've got your legs out. Yeah, we won't take too much of your time, it'll be about 15 minutes, but I just wanted to make a few thank yous before we show you the video. And I'd like to thank all of the HUGS crew for their hard work over the last 12 months. I know it hasn't been easy, but we are happy to say that we're getting there, and without the help of our volunteers as well, you have made such a difference, and we do really appreciate all of your hard work, so please keep it going. I'd also like to give a huge round of applause to Pete Jenkins for organising this evening. Again, Pete, if it wasn't for you, this wouldn't have happened, and obviously great turnout, great prizes, so thank you very much. We do appreciate it, we really do. My last biggest thank you I want to make is to my mum. Mum, you put so much hard work into this charity, and it's amazing. Don't stop crying.
You're wearing your makeup. We love you, Ellen.
I am so proud of you, and I love you to bits, and all of your hard work does not go unnoticed. So I want to say thank you for being you and for doing what you're doing, because it's brilliant. Tears right now. Let me give you a little bit of background as to why we are who we are today. HUGS was formed because of a gorgeous little girl called Regan Water. She suffers from Rett syndrome, and we spent a lot of time fundraising for her to help get equipment to aid her life and the life of her family. And due to the success of that fundraising group, we were able to get charity status last year and form the HUGS UK. So if it wasn't for obviously the hard work then, we wouldn't be here today. Since then, we've managed to help financially and emotionally children and their families, as well as other fundraising groups and causes to raise money for themselves. So obviously Pete's mentioned already, but we're here tonight to sorry, I'm just reading. We're here tonight to raise the money for Grove Park Special Needs School. They've just built a hydrotherapy pool, and they need help with the equipment for that. So half of the money is being divided between them and Heartlands Hospital. Excuse me. They need ventilators for the babies and children on the ward if they suffer from any critical illness before they get transferred to a specialist unit. So both causes are good, and they're delighted that we're helping them tonight. So if you can, donate as much as you can. And then, yeah, finally I now want to ask you for all your money, really.
Give me a
yeah, exactly. Actually, no, we do understand that times are hard for everyone in the current climate, but none of us will really ever know when we might need help from others. So, and HUGS will always be there to support you. So I'd like you tonight, I'd like you all tonight to help us give support to those amazing causes and change the lives of the children for not just now, but for many years to come. So I just wanted to say thank you all for listening, and I'll now pass you over to Mum she'll explain.
Right, I'm actually imagining everyone naked right now, so... God, you're hot! No, Carly's actually explained what we do financially. I'd like to actually explain what we do emotionally. If I may, I'm going to sit down, because if I don't, I'm so nervous I think I'm going to fall over. So I'm going to just sit here. No, I'm not wearing them, these are... A lot of people do not realise that the majority of work we do at HUGS is not financial but emotional support, which is given free of charge and that can be given all through the day or night. On many occasions, oh, we've got to sit on the pew. It's on the door. On many occasions, I'm asked why we do it, and I'm unsure as to how I can actually explain this to you. If I may, I would like to read you a short paragraph from a book that is to be published in the next few months. What I am about to read is not meant to upset or offend, and I apologise in advance if it does. The 11-year-old girl in this story is called Drianna. It was the last day of term, and children were being let out of school early for the Easter holidays. Her mother would normally have been at home waiting, but still at work due to the schools closing early. Only one other person was at the home with her, and this was a council workman called Paul, who was modernising all the council houses in the area. I do apologise if I start to cry as well. Drianna nearly jumped out of her skin as she began removing her coat. "Oh, you made me jump. Why are you under the stairs?" she asked Paul. "Got to attach this pipe here, see?" he answered. "Oh, right. Why don't you come and give me a hand?" No, it's okay," Drianna answered. "I insist, young one. Come closer to me and hold this spanner for a minute. Shy, are you?" "You know me. I've been here for 2 weeks now. Don't be scared. Come on, come and help me for a bit." Paul paused. "Oh, okay. If you won't come to me then, I'll have to come to you." The tone in his voice became cold. It sounded harsh. He walked his way towards her. "Aren't you a pretty little thing? Look at your big brown eyes, and your skin is so smooth, so soft, so young." His voice was now a deep drone. His hand began stroking her cheek, and the smell of nicotine was on his fingers. His breath smelt like stale beer. Drianna retched. "Please don't stand so close to me. Your breath smells, and I don't like you touching my face." Paul leaned into her. He pinned her against the wall. He stroked her hair and grabbed a handful in his own hands. He sniffed it deeply. Lovely," he muttered. "Please let go of me. You're squashing me and I can't move," she pleaded with him. Paul laughed. "I will let you go when I'm good and ready, young lady, not a moment before." His hands began stroking her face once again. He looked deep into her eyes, his fingers toying with her lips. The long, lingering expression on his face of pure lust transcended down his body. His hand moved down onto her neck. His fingers reached inside her jumper, and he began massaging her juvenile breasts. His other arm still held her tight against the wall. He grabbed Drianna's hand and placed it onto his penis. "Can you feel this, my sweet little girl? Can you feel how much I want you? Can you feel my desire? Stroke it, child, stroke it." His hot breath whispered into her ear. "No," Drianna shouted, her fingers pressing into a tight ball. He held her tight to the wall. He lifted her skirt and began searching for the top of her knickers, stroking the inside of her thighs. His fingers entered her body. He began caressing every inch of her vaginal flesh. Drianna screamed. "Enough now, child. Enough now. Stay still and it will soon finish." His breathing began to get faster. She could feel his fingers stroking, rubbing, fingering her insides. She stood still. He sighed, a huge relieving sigh, as his body, sweaty and smelly, contracted onto her 11-year-old frame. "There now, all done," he grinned, as he withdrew his fingers, as he withdrew his grasp around her innocent body. The little girl in this story is actually me. And that day, that man took away my innocence. The physical pain and the memories have stayed with me always. For years, I felt alone, too scared to speak of this encounter, too afraid of the judgment others would give me.
people that work behind the scenes of HUGS have seen and felt most of the trauma that can affect any person or any child on a daily basis. Grief, alcohol abuse, drug addiction, cancer, Alzheimer's, depression, suicide, the death of babies, disability, the list goes on and on. It doesn't matter how much money you have. You can have the flashiest car, the biggest house. None of these can take away the pain you feel inside when fate deals you a hand you're not prepared for. But the one thing that can is what we give at HUGS Daily, and that is a pair of open arms ready to reassure you that you are not on your own and somebody does actually care. We may not be the biggest charity, have the backing from large corporations or celebrities, but we have the hope in our hearts and the determination in ourselves to make a difference to any adult or child that needs it. And we will give it free of charge, and we will give it with love. Thank you.
Well, ladies and gentlemen, that gives you